Hello everyone. Welcome to the world of magic and fairies. Today our story is about the fairy fox. Once upon a time, there were two brothers who had just divided their father's inheritance. The elder brother, John, took the farm and everything that went with it, while the younger brother, Joe, was only given a small sum of money. Joe had many children and could not support them, so he was very poor. One day, at the end of the year, he went to his brother and said, "Tomorrow is New Year's Day. Could you please lend me some money to make a cake for my children?" "I have no money right now," said the elder brother. "All I can do to help you is this. You see it's raining. Take off all your clothes and stand right in the rain. When you are soaked, come into the barn and roll around on my pile of wheat. Whatever grains of wheat stick to your skin, you can have." Poor Joe did so, but all the wheat he could get to stick to his skin was probably not enough to grind into flour to make even half a cake. Besides, when he spread the wheat on the windowsill to dry, a gust of wind blew it all out. He went to his brother again and told him about his misfortune. "Well, there's nothing I can do to help you now. But you just go and find Fairy Fox. Maybe she can tell you or show you a way to get out of your predicament. Mrs. Fox is a fairy who lives far, far away, on the other side of the mountain." So Joe set off to find the fairy. First he walked for a whole day. When it got dark, he slept under a fig tree. The fig tree sheltered him from the cold, and the next morning when he set off on his journey again, the tree asked him, "Where are you going now?" "I'm going to find the fairy fox. When you find her, ask her why all the other fig trees have fruit, but I don't." "I'll ask for you," said Joe. So he went on. He walked for another day. At night, he met an eagle that was lying on the ground unable to take off. "Can I take shelter under your wings and sleep?" Joe asked. "Of course," replied the eagle. Joe slept under the bird's wing, and the next morning the bird asked him, "Where are you going now?" "I'm going to find the fairy fox. When you find her, ask her why all the other eagles can fly, but I can't." "I'll ask for you," replied Joe. Another day's walk and he came to a stream. He asked the stream if he could wade across. When he reached the other side, before going on his way, he heard the stream ask, "Where are you going now?" "I'm going to find the fairy fox. When you find her, ask her why all the other streams have fish, but I don't." "I'll ask for you." So he went on his way again. Soon he arrived at Mrs. Fox's house. "Greetings, Mrs. Fox. I am very glad to have arrived. I have come to ask you something first. I beg you to answer me these 3 questions and tell me if you can help me with a task that I was asked to ask you along the way. The stream I just crossed asked me to ask you why all the other streams have fish, but it doesn't. The eagle I met and let me sleep under its wing asked me to ask you why it can't take off and fly when all the other eagles can. The fig tree that sheltered me the night before wants to know why it doesn't have fruit, when all the other fig trees are laden with fruit." The fairy fox replied, "Here's what you need to do. When you return to the stream, tell it that the fairy fox has said that it is blocked by a stone wall, and if it can remove that wall, it will have fish. Then take shelter under the eagle's wing again for one more night, and the next morning remove the stone from under the bird's armpit that is preventing it from taking off. The next night, sleep again under the fig tree, and in the morning come to the foot of the tree and you will find 2 jars filled with hazelnuts. Take those 2 jars, for they are the ones that prevent the roots of the tree from growing down into the rich soil." "Thank you," said Joe. "And now, kind Mrs. Fox, what can you do to help me, a hard-working man who is still poor as dirt? I have many children and I can't earn anything to feed them." "Here," she said. "I give you this golden sickle. It is a tool that will bring you happiness." Joe returned home, and along the way he did everything as the fairy had instructed. He helped remove the stone wall that was blocking the fish from entering the stream, and the stones turned into precious gems. The eagle let him sleep under its wing again for one night, but the stone that Joe used the golden sickle to remove from under the bird's armpit immediately turned into a diamond. The fig tree sheltered him for one more night, but the 2 jars that Joe dug up from under the tree using the golden sickle were filled with gold instead of hazelnuts. Thus, the honest young man returned home and became rich. He built a magnificent house, bought forests and fields, and each of his children went to school and had large meals every day. Just like bedtime whispers the day goodbye, our fairy tale has reached its end. Thank you for watching. Good night, sweet dreams, everyone.